So Iain, what is your opinion? Why do you think people should visit the university grounds?
I think the university grounds are a great asset for Exeter and the South West. They're a bit of Exeter's history in terms of the Veitch family that were connected with laying out the grounds originally. But that's grown, and this year we've got our 60-year celebration since we've become a university, so it's an even better opportunity for people to visit.
Okay, so what are some of the benefits and limitations of a listed landscape that's what the university has here?
Listed landscape has the advantage of it has additional protection associated with it, so that means that the area around Reed Hall and this part of the campus will be protected from development. But at the same time that has its challenges because there's some things that do need changed within the protected area, and you have to be very careful how you strike the balance with that management.
Over time, which part of the grounds do you think has changed the most dramatically?
In my time here, the most dramatic change has been with the creation of the forum in the centre of the campus. That's changed the centre of the campus overall. It's actually given you a centre of the campus. But some of those changes have definitely been beneficial because some of the elements that were in there were more of a challenging design element. So I'm quite pleased that has been created.
And how important do you think it is to have green places such as the grounds on the campus for the health and well-being of our students?
Well, hopefully that's one of the most important elements that the landscape provides. For our students, for our staff, for visitors, etc., just the experience to walk out the door and be in amongst some green space, I think, has an extremely beneficial effect on people's health and well-being.
That's definitely what attracted me to the campus. I really like the green spaces. And finally, what is your favourite part of the grounds?
It's a bit like asking me what my favourite child is, so I'm going to disappoint somebody by giving a favourite, but if I had to choose, it would be the plantation beside Stocker Road, purely because it's an artificial piece of landscape that looks so natural. So my predecessors made a very good job of laying that out.
So how important were the Veitch family to Exeter?
They were very important, not just as business people and of course running their own nursery, employing gardeners, etc. But they, over many generations, are involved with Exeter, the running of Exeter in some respects.
Okay, so what separated the Veitch family from other horticultural families at the time?
Well, Veitches weren't the only ones who were heavily involved with the running of Exeter, but they made a huge contribution to gardening generally, which had not just an impact locally around Exeter and of course Devon, but had an impact more widely around the UK, and their effect was felt, not just nationwide but globally. So the Veitches, were involved with all sorts of horticultural things.
So, in your opinion, which Veitch family member most dramatically shaped the gardens in Exeter, or for the UK for that matter?
It's
a tricky question.
That is a really tough question. I don't think I can name one particular Veitch, frankly. Although I think James Senior was such a pivotal character in the history of the nursery. But he couldn't have done what he did, I don't think, without the strong will of his son James Jr. And the two of them were a formidable team. Now, who should get the most credit? I don't really know. However, under their stewardship, the business was involved with huge landscaping projects. And these continued, actually, and later on, by James Jr.'s brother Robert Veitch, who was involved with many landscaping projects right across the region. And James Senior and James Junior had a lot to do with designing and landscaping and planting out properties like Poltimore, as well of course as Killerton, and here at what is now the University of Exeter, a wonderful piece of public open space landscaped by Veitch, and many other sites.
Okay, so what do you think was the most important plant that the Veitch family brought to the UK? I know there's lots to choose from.
Yeah, possibly thousands to choose from, actually. If I was to name one plant that was significant, memorable, and got noticed, I don't think I could pick a better plant than the Wellingtonia tree. It is, of course, the giant redwood, Sequoiadendron giganteum. And I say that because it really was a remarkable introduction. It's a remarkable tree anyway. It is the bulkiest plant in the plant kingdom. It's not the tallest tree, but it creates the most bulk. It just so happens that Veitch's very first collector, called William Lobb, happened to be in North America at the time of their discovery, and he managed to get some material back into England. And within 90 years of that tree being introduced, it was the tallest tree in every county in Britain.
Wow.
So it's noticed. Everybody knows a Wellingtonia.
Finally, how important do you think it is to digitalise our history?
By using different types of media, you can catch a bigger audience. It really helps engage, I think, with different learning abilities.